Baby, one thing is for certain, okay? When you're going out with your girls, a full glam is highly necessary. And if you want your makeup to look like this, keep on watching, honey. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shanice Akita, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out my content. So today we are going to be doing a full glam. It is still Libra season, and I will be going out with my friends tonight to celebrate my birthday. One more hurrah before Libra season heads out the door for 2024, and I'm very excited. I haven't seen them in a while, so it'll be good to catch up. So given that we are, as of this morning, 629 subscribers deep, whoa! 629 of y'all are down with your girl, and I am so appreciative. And I figured, since I'm getting ready anyway and I'm gonna show you guys this makeup look, why not also use this time to introduce myself formally, because I have yet to do that on my channel. So this is also gonna serve as a get to know me video, and hopefully you guys leave this video knowing a little more about me and a little more about my channel and what I want to bring to you guys through this channel. All right, so let's get things started. As you know, we're going in with the primer, the the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base. So I purchased the mini to test it out, and it's been like Bible for all of my makeup looks. So I went ahead and purchased the regular size, and like it's safe to say that I'm stuck. Like, me and the vitamin enriched face base are stuck. We are here. Next, we're going in with the Sephora retractable brow pencil in the shade Graphite. So yeah, I guess I'll start with like the basics. So I was born and raised in New York City, Brooklyn to be exact, okay? And I grew up in like a very, I would say, unique household. I grew up with just 3 generations in one house. I grew up with my mom and my grandmother in one house, who both migrated from Trinidad. You know, I feel like I was always that young person who had an affinity for creativity. I used to dance professionally from I was about 5 years old up until about 13 or so. I did ballet, African, and modern dance. And it really, along with that, I also like played sports. I, enjoyed doing artsy stuff like making art. I was doing like in high school, I was doing my friends' nails and stuff. Like, I always found some creative outlet, whether it's art, writing, dance, whatever it is. And so when I was a teenager, I always told myself like, oh, I want to start a fashion blog. And this had to be like, 2008, 2009-ish. And like, I never got around to doing it because, I was young. I was watching the bloggers of the time, and this is when I feel like blogging, like literal website, digital blogging like that became a thing. And I remember watching those creators and just being like, damn, like, I did not grow up wealthy. My mom did the best that she could with what she had, and so I got really intimidated back then, if I'm being honest, just feeling like, oh well, I just can't do this, because like, how am I gonna be a fashion blogger with no fashions? Like, how dreadful.
Was this wonderful person that was given a fashion show with no fashions? How dreadful.
But no, for real, like, I really remember feeling like that. And so earlier this year, I purchased a camera, and I was going to Atlanta for my friend's birthday, which I need to stop hoarding that content. That's gonna be I'm going to Atlanta again in November, so I'm gonna give y'all another Atlanta vlog. But like, I need to go back and show y'all the stuff that we did in Atlanta when I went in January, because it was really a time. Now we're going in with the Fenty Beauty Wear Even Hydrating Concealer to clean up the brows. I use shade 385W. So yeah, like I was saying, my boyfriend encouraged me to take the camera with me to Atlanta when I went back in January, and he was just like, you just gotta get in the habit of recording. Just start recording, see how you feel, and yada yada. And like, I did that, I did that, and it felt really good to do that. Definitely as somebody who frequently, oh, this thing trying to off me. Anywho, as somebody who frequently has like I like struggle with like perfectionism. It's something that I know I have to work on, because nobody's perfect, nobody will ever be perfect. Like, it just is that. And when I decided to pick up the camera and decided to make content, I had those thoughts, but really when I filmed my 10-year lock anniversary video, that's when I started to really feel like, oh, hold on a minute, like this might actually be the thing for me. I had a time filming that video. I didn't feel nervous. I didn't feel concerned about what people were thinking. I didn't feel any of that. It was just like a freeing space for me to be myself. And as somebody who fares more to the introverted side socially, like, this allowed me to be myself with sans the introversion, like not having to really think too hard, or like, because I'm somebody, like, I walk in somewhere and I read the room, and granted I'm gonna still be like that, but I read the room, I pay attention, like I do have my guard up sometimes, and I feel like doing this, like, I am able to just really bring my true self to the camera without worrying about, whatever types of things we worry about in social settings. And so shout out to my bae for hearing me state that I have a goal of something that I would like to do, and helping to be a catalyst and helping to bring that to fruition. I've entered a place where I can no longer look at life like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna be this when I grow up. Like, I'm grown up. We are grown up. So the time is now. The time is literally now to do whatever it is that you want and to create the life that you want. Like, we can no longer sit back and sort of like wait for this life to find us. It just is not, that's just not going to happen. So I took my camera and here we are today. And like I said, I know there's other ambitious women and men out there who, have that drive and like that hunger for like life and like getting the most out of life and to fulfill all of the passions that we have. I remember I was watching what's that show? I was watching Insecure, Issa Rae's show, back when it was on however many years ago. And I remember in one of the episodes, Issa's character, Issa Dean, I think was the character she played, she was talking about how, we often forget about those kids who were like, who had so many passions, and now they're adults who are sort of like picking up projects over here, stopping them, picking up projects over there, stopping them, and like, who is going to be our support? And I remember watching that episode and just feeling really seen, because I was somebody who, like I said, I had so many interests, and I was just like forced in whatever way, whether through academically or socially or through my upbringing or whatever it is, like forced to just funnel into this one thing. And that just never sat right with me. Like, I see myself as somebody who has multiple businesses and does multiple things. And that's why I felt like having a voice like mine could be beneficial to this space, to this YouTube, Instagram, TikTok space, because we aren't acknowledged enough, you know, for that level of ambition. And so I wanted to create a space through my channel, Shanice Akita, where we could talk about everything. Like we've talked about on this channel, we talked about hair. I've done a makeup look. I've done a get ready with me fashion looks. I have some other fashion videos coming down the pike for you. I have some travel videos coming down the pike. So like we're doing a little bit of everything because I just don't feel like we have to be one thing. Like I could be Shanice Akita, the YouTuber, and Shanice Akita, the bomb-ass communication strategist, and Shanice Akita, the writer, Shanice Akita, the mom, the wife, the dancer, the bartender. Like it really doesn't have to be limited to this box. And so yeah, I really wanted to make sure I got that off my chest because, you know, as you guys, you know, all 629 of y'all and hopefully more come on down because we are, you know, on our way to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Like I'm really hoping to reach that goal by the end of the year. But as more of you continue to watch my content, engage with me, and like we have conversations, I really just want you to understand like my why. Like I respond to every comment that I get across all of my channels. I try to show up in that way because I really like when I say, I know a lot of people speak online and they're just like, oh, I want to build a community, I want to do this. I genuinely want to do that. Like deep in my heart, that is what I want to do. I want to build a community of women, especially people who have the traits like I mentioned, so that we all feel seen, because we all deserve to feel seen. So I want to use my content to show that there is an opportunity to have balance between all of our ambitions and interests and goals and aspirations. Like it's possible for us to do that. All right, so since I done yapped, my eyebrows are done, and now we are gonna go in with the eyeshadow look. I primed my lid with some of the concealer I was using on my eyebrows. I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam 2 palette. And if y'all see me looking over here, I'm looking at two cameras. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with the shade Incense, which is a nice sort of in-between shade, like a neutral shade. It's right here. This one right here. And I'm just gonna pop that into my crease. And you'll see me going back to this brush and this color just to make sure that things are blended, because the blending is very important. All right, now I'm going to take the Juvia's Place Culture palette and I'm going to use a orange shade. So let me shift on over. This is my inspo picture for the makeup that I'm trying to do today. So it has like orange, it has some gold, and like I'm also gonna use some of like my color that I used to contour just to like darken up the corner over here. All right, so now I'm using my Patrick Ta what is it? She's Chiseled bronzer, and I like to use this as an eyeshadow. It's just such a good brown. And I'm gonna just pop this into my corner here. It start to warm up the outside of my eye. You know what's so crazy? So another, I guess, fun fact about me, since I done yapped all through the eyebrow moment, I got carried away. But anyway, another fun fact about me is that when I was in high school, I hated makeup. I hated makeup. Even as like a young adult, like when I started going to college, you know, 2021, I was just so anti-makeup. And now I'm like completely opposite. And I say now more specifically because I I never like thought of myself as like somebody who enjoyed makeup and like makeup artistry. But last year, I left Brooklyn and I moved pretty far away from like the person that was doing my makeup for most of my like big events. So like when I was graduating last year, like, my call time for graduation was like 8 a.m. She's all the way in Brooklyn, and like what time would I had to have woken up to just go get my makeup done, and like it just didn't make sense. So I told myself, I was like, you know, Shanice, we gonna do it. We're gonna do our makeup for our big day. Like we're just gonna do it. Like I know how to do makeup. I know how to do my makeup, I should say. I am not claiming to be a makeup artist by far. I know how to do my makeup. I just, you know, came on down to YouTube University and I learned a couple more little tips and tricks, and I decided to take a stab at doing my own makeup for graduation, and I actually really loved it. I loved how it came out, and I started doing my makeup for just about everything. I started to experiment with color on my lids, which usually isn't something that I do. I'm typically very much the girl that will give you a little brown shadow, gold in the corner, which I guess is similar to what I'm about to do now. But I give you a little goal in the corner and I'm out of here. So I would say this past year, more specifically year and a half, is when I really started to fall in love with the craft, and like I started to get into like, okay, well, I want to use this foundation or this tinted moisturizer or whatever. So it's been really good, and now here I am showing you how I'm doing the makeup. Okay, so now we're going in with the Culture palette, and we're going to use the color Jigawa. I'm probably butchering that, but it's this beautiful orange right here. No, wrong. This beautiful orange right up here, and I'm gonna use that from like the corner to the middle of my lid, because I'm wearing a brown dress, and I feel like having that nice, you know, pop of color would look pretty good, you know, just a little something, because I'm like I have a brown dress, I'm like mixing metals, you know, I got silver earrings, gold bag, like I'm doing a lot of different things, but it looks pretty cute. And so yeah, so I'm going to start popping on this color. And the thing I really like about Juvia's Place is that it's very pigmented. Like, I just really love that. Like, all right, so now I'm gonna just pat it on. What? Go on, orange. Like, oh my god, like I can't believe I have color on my lids. Like, this is so crazy. But yeah, I want to make sure it's on there, because I would be afraid of the color, because I'm just like, you know, like I don't want to be too over the top or anything, and I'm like afraid of the color, and like, no, I can't have that happening. So we gonna make sure it's on the lid, because, and even if we do a little too much, we still have to go in and do a lot of blending and what have you. Okay, I think you can sort of see like the little transitions and stuff happening here, because you have the transitional shade that I used from the Anastasia palette, and then you have the dark brown from the Patrick Ta contour, and then you have this. So I'm seeing a little bit. Maybe I'm not seeing nothing, and y'all just like, Shanice, please just keep on doing the makeup. But anywho, okay, now we're gonna get into this eye. Okay, just have a little more here. All right, she's very orange, but that's okay, because we're about to go and do some blending. All right, so the first means of business, we're going back in with that Patrick Ta on the outer corners. We'll add a little bit more product, and then we're gonna make sure you blend that brown. You know, I'm not trying to do too much to go over to go over the orange. You just want to make sure that the outside of the lid is giving. All right, and now back in with the soft glam palette, and we're gonna do the same thing but in the crease this time. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my other Juvia's Place palette, and it is the Nudes palette because I really love this gold that's in here. Okay, and I'm going to use this like pointed brush, and we're gonna pop the gold right into the corner. Don't be afraid to like drag it out on that bottom lid. And I know it all looks a little crazy, but I like to do my eyes first, and then when I start to do the rest of my face, you'll see like how it all comes together, you know? So trust the process. Okay, and now we're gonna go back with that brush that had the Anastasia product on it, and we're just gonna go ahead and blend. All right, while we finish the eye look, I'm gonna apply my Milk Hydro Grip Primer so that my face can get ready for the foundation, all of the base routine. And then that is gonna just sit and start to get into our skin. And now we're gonna do some eyeliner and lashes. Since I am going out with the girls, I want to do like a more dramatic lash. So I have these Kiss lashes in So Real, and they're like this pretty dramatic lash that I want to use. All right, so I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks line work. I don't know if you're gonna be able to read that, but it's Danessa Myricks liner, and it's black. And this is such a really good liner. The tip is very precise. Like, it's such a good liner. I've really enjoyed using this. Now, I'm still working on the wing liner, okay? So please bear with me. That's if I don't cut it out this video. And now the lashes are going to go on next. All right, lashes are on. But yeah, I don't know what it is about 30 and 31. Well, I would say 30 because I only just turned 31 like on October 8th. But I would say like experiencing my 30s this past year, it made it more apparent that like I am in full control of my life. Like, there's no one else in control of my life but me. There's no one else in control of my choices but me. And when that started to hit me, like, as I, you know, I like reflected on like my like relationships, I reflected on my relation with myself, most importantly. I was just like, you know what? I see certain things that I want to change. I see certain things that I want to cultivate. I see certain things that I want to build. And like, this is all in my full control. Using the Fenty Hella Thick mascara to finish off this eye look. But yeah, like, it is all in our control. What, like, you can literally wake up and see your life, and you could look at your life and be like, you know what? I'm not feeling this, or I'm absolutely in love with where I'm at, and here are the things I'm gonna do to sustain, you know, what my life looks like right now. All of that is in our control. And once that settles in, like once you fully understand that and grasp that, then the whole world, like The world is yours. Once I came to the realization that, like, look, I am in full control. Like, if I decided, you know what, I want to become a scientist. Then it's like, okay, I'm gonna become a scientist. Now it's time for me to put certain things in motion so that I could become a scientist. And I can literally become a freaking scientist within the next year or two because I made that choice and I started to do stuff. And like, that is such a powerful thing to make note of. Like, that is such a powerful tool to have, mindset to have. Like, okay, even when I'm having bad days, even when I'm feeling a little depressed, I'm a little sad or whatever, like, I can literally choose and make the choice to say, okay, I'm gonna get myself out of this. Let me go do the things that make me happy. Let me get myself out of my funk. Like, I have that choice. And as I continue to, like, you know, work through and see how apparent that was, it was just like, oh, like, this is just a game changer. All right, so we are done with the eyes and now we're gonna go into the base routine. So I am using today the NARS Soft Matte Foundation in the shade Caracas, and then so to take it from there. So I'm not using too much foundation. And this is the Fenty Beauty foundation brush, and I really love how it applies the foundation. Then I'm going to just use a beauty blender to just help blend out any of the excess. Going back in with my Fenty Beauty Wear Even concealer, starting the contour. And now I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in dark as my contour. This is a new purchase, so I am very excited to use this. So I like to place my contour pretty high. A little up here. All right, so next I'm gonna grab my little Sephora 70.5 foundation brush and I'm gonna start to blend out. I feel like the brush helps get things started, and then I go in with a triangle sponge and I blend closer to the corners of my eye. All right, and now I'm gonna use this like angled fluffy brush to blend out the contour. Now I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia. Oh, wrong. I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and honey. Okay, and now I'm gonna start to dust away the excess. Now I'm gonna go in with that Patrick Ta contour palette from earlier, and I'm going to start to warm up my face a bit and set the Makeup by Mario cream contour that we used. And I try to have a light hand because sometimes I be having contour blindness and come out 3 different colors, child, and I just I can't. But you live and you learn, right? We are almost done with this face and also almost done with this get to know me. I'm really enjoying chatting with y'all and like, you know, showing this other side of me and like my desires for the channel. And speaking of that, I think another question I should probably answer is like what you can expect on this channel. So ultimately my mission behind this channel is to let me add some powder to help carve out these cheeks a little more. But yeah, ultimately my goal with this channel is to, you know, portray the delicate balance between like, you know, managing your career and also all of the passions that one might have. Like I want to be a space for the ambitious, go-getter, multi-hyphenates to have a place to express all of their interests and be understood and not feel judged or not feel not have anyone tell them like, oh, you can only do this one thing and that's it. That's what I want my channel to feel like, and that's what I want my community to feel like, you know? So on this channel, we're gonna talk about hair, makeup. I'm gonna literally talk about a little bit of everything. Like I said, I have so many different interests and I want to be able to show that in my content. So I have some fashion content that I want to do because I'm really into that. I'm really into like style. I would say style. Well, let me not even limit myself. You see how the imposter syndrome coming in? I'm not even gonna limit myself. I'm into fashion. I may not be as versed. I can't tell you who was on Vogue when, but I'm into fashion and I want to be able to show that in my content. I am into, you know, beauty and like doing makeup looks like this. I want to show you guys like some of my life in my full-time career as a communication strategist. I have like a lot of interest in event design and home decor that I want to show y'all. So you're in for a treat. If you are a subscriber of Shanice Akita, you are in for a treat. I have a lot of different things in the works, a lot of content coming your way. The travel content, like I'm very excited to be up in my travels as we go into 2025, and it varies from like domestic weekend trips to like larger international vacation. So I'm very excited to show y'all that. But yeah, like we vibing over here. We vibing, we experiencing new things, we're trying new things. Like on TikTok I talk about my, you know, journey as a new driver. I've had my license for years, but I am now starting to like drive more consistently and build my confidence on the road. So we're talking about that. I recently started doing bar class. Bailey, what you fooling with over there? Bailey and her toys, child. But I recently started bar class, so I have a whole different side of my fitness journey. So like it's just so many things going on, and I want to be able to bring y'all into that and sort of serve as like proof that like you can do it all as long as you put your mind to it. You can have it all. Like we can literally have it all. I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't care how delusional that sounds. Be delusional, okay? Because as somebody that believes in God wholeheartedly, like the crazy faith, sometimes our dreams and what God wants to do for us is like 20 times different in size. So you can always dream bigger. You know, you have a dream to just have a YouTube. I have a dream to have my YouTube channel. God might be eventually dreaming for me to have a talk show. You know, like, who knows? But like, that's why, like, the delusion, the faith in yourself, the willingness to push through is like all of the things that I want to make sure that I'm showing on my channel and cultivate it in my community when I interact with all of you. So yeah, that's my shtick. Now we're gonna do some blush. I forgot to put on my liquid blush because I also have this, well, not liquid, but cream blush from Haus Labs that I truly enjoy. Let me show you really quick. But I also bought a powder version today. So I'm going to use this powder from Haus Labs, and we're gonna get that blush on the cheeks. And then we're almost done, y'all. Okay, I just pop it on this and like boop, 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 boop. Ooh, look at that. That is really pretty. I've been wanting a pinkier blush. The Patrick Ta one I have feels more plum, but I don't know. I've been in my like Dolly Candy Girl, like that sweet as pie kind of aesthetic. I don't know if that's even a real thing that anyone's talking about, but like, yeah, that's sort of where my head's been at. So I'm happy to have found a nice pink blush that goes with my complexion. And we're just blending that in. I blend it up. And I might have blush blindness too, but it's okay because next I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation in 385, the Pro Filter Powder Foundation. When I started having this as my last step in my makeup, I just feel like it's been a game changer in what my whole makeup look looks like. So I'm going in with not too much, but it just helps to like blend everything together and make it look more like skin. And I'm trying my best to not over blend because that's another problem that I be having too. Like I honestly, I would much rather over blend than under blend, and then my pictures looking crazy when I go out and all of that. Can't have that. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with my lip combo. So I have my Old Faithful, which is my Sephora lip liner, retractable lip liner in molasses. I can't get away from it. I'm trying more different lippies though, so like bear with me, but I love me a round liner. Just blend that out a little bit. All right, next I'm going in with the Patrick Ta Oshi Single lipstick, and it's this color. It's like a taupey brown, and I don't want to do too much because I still want that brown to sing. And then I'm gonna go over it with my Fenty Beauty in Champ Stamp Fantasy. Okay, and then one more. So actually what I'll do is I'm gonna spray what I learned recently, that this is actually a finishing spray and you still have to follow up with a setting spray. So I caved and purchased the One Size setting spray. I say caved because I had tried it once. My friend had it and I just felt like it didn't work for me. And then I saw Jackie Aina she was being interviewed on a YouTube channel, somebody's YouTube channel or somebody's platform. And she mentioned like if you aren't like actually putting on makeup, like the One Size is gonna eat your makeup up. And that's what I felt like it did. I didn't feel like it made it last. I feel like it made it dissolve. And it's all because I didn't have on as much makeup. Like this is really to set that full glam beat face. And I still don't have it. I don't really have a beat face in my opinion right now, but you know, I'm only gonna be out for a couple of hours. I'm gonna test it out, see what it does. But gonna apply my setting spray now, and then afterwards I'm gonna go in and add some bottom lash vibes. Now I'm going back in with Fenty's Hella Thick and just adding some character to my bottom lashes. All right. And boom. There you have it. We still have to put that one size on, so let's actually do that now. Child, they want me to get into the setting spray. All right. Okay. Ooh, what I would say is the scent is divine on this. It smells really good. But yeah, that's the face. So let me go clean up a bit, jump in my clothes, and then I'm gonna come back. All right, y'all. Here is the finished look. Awesome, you guys. Oh, I was really happy to make this video today and to just share a little bit more about myself and connect with you guys, and hopefully connect with you guys a little bit more through my content. But yes, this is the finished look. I'm very happy with how it came out. I just feel like the orange and then my hair being ginger, it all just like... And I'll put in some clips. I'm gonna do some videos with the full look. But oh my god, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to like this video. It's a free and simple way to show your support of this channel. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's content. And be sure to leave a comment down below, because I want to know, you know, if any of the things that I mentioned today has resonated with you, or if any of my other videos have resonated. Like, I would definitely love to let you know, and like I said, I will respond to those comments and show y'all some love back. I really hope y'all enjoyed getting to know me and getting ready with me and doing this makeup look with me today. And so I will see y'all on the next one, because for the first time in a long time, your girl is on time, okay? I scheduled my Uber to get here and I am like ready. I have like 30 minutes to spare before my Uber gets here. Like, it's giving 31 and punctual, okay? Like, we doing it this year. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I can't wait to catch y'all on the next one. Bye.